Today we're going to talk about something that most of us have experienced at one point or another. I know I definitely have, and it's something that's called ruminating. You may have heard that word, but ruminating is that endless loop of overthinking that we just can't seem to stop. We're just going around and around with stuff, and we can end up feeling stuck in our heads and disconnected from the present moment. Hi, if you are new to my videos, welcome back if you've been here before, and thank you. I'm grateful for all of you for being here and listening and getting something from these videos and commenting of what you get. I really do appreciate it. My name is Diane. I am a qualified counsellor, but I'm also a Reiki practitioner, and I'm sharing here to hopefully help navigate around those emotions, those feelings that crop up, those challenges, and to make a bit more sense of it. Because once we notice it and we can make sense of it, we can then decide if we want to make changes. So if you're like me or many of my clients, you will have at some point found yourself just that stuck feeling of replaying events or challenges that has happened. That conversation, or that what if it had gone different, what if I'd done this, what if I hadn't done that. If you've experienced any of those, if any of those sound familiar, then keep watching, because that means this video is for you. You may never have heard of rumination, or you may have heard of it and you're not quite sure what it is. So the way I see ruminating is it's when we dwell on those negative thought patterns, we dwell on that negativity. We can't seem to get out of it. It's that constant loop. It might sound like, what did I say that for? Or why didn't I say that? You might say something like, I should have done that differently. I wish I'd done that differently. And you're stuck in that place, that ruminating about all the what ifs. Or you might use words like, but what if something bad happens? What if I do that and something bad happens? Or what if I don't do that and something bad happens? It's that constant stuck in that feeling and not moving and not find a resolution out of it. You might be hearing this and you may be thinking, well, that sounds a bit like reflecting. So rumination and reflecting, they sound similar. Now, they do sound similar, but there is a difference in them. Reflection can make us grow. If we reflect on something and we find an answer to it, then we're reflecting on a situation or a conversation. But rumination keeps us stuck. It's going round and round and round in that mouse wheel, and we can't get off. We're not finding a resolution to any of the things that are going round and round in our head. Rumination is often driven by anxiety. It's often driven by fear or maybe shame. That feeling like we want to find a little bit of control in an uncontrollable situation or conversation. Now you know what ruminating is. How do you start getting out of that cycle? What steps can you put into place to start getting out of this cycle that you've found yourself in? I want to offer you some steps that I've done myself and I offer to my clients. And it's about gently looking at these steps and seeing what you can do first, where you want to go first, and which ones feel like you're ready to give it a try. Step one is just notice that loop. Notice you're in it and own it. Recognize it. Say it out loud. Gosh, I think I'm ruminating here. Yes, I'm ruminating here. So noticing something, once we notice it and we bring it out of our unconscious into our conscious, then we can do something different, or we can try to do something different, or we can put a few steps in place to start going down a different route. Naming it can give us a little bit of space so that we can start taking the next steps rather than just that constant loop. Step two, and this is something I did many times years ago. I don't have to do it quite so often now, but it's find a grounding technique that suits you. Ground yourself in this present moment. One that I really like, and I've done a previous video on this that I can share with you in the description in case you want to visit that to see if it might be something that you like, is the 5-4-3-2-1 method. You can also use breath work to keep you into this present moment. We breathe all the time, but actually present breath work is so powerful. And it's literally concentrating on your breath. And again, I have done a previous video on that. You could also do sensory. You're really tapping into your senses. So sensory grounding. What is near you? What can you touch? So when those thoughts, that ruminating is going round and round and round, what is near you? What cushion you might have? What does the chair feel like? And really touch to feel, to take yourself away from all those thoughts that are going around on a loop. Also movement. If you can get up and move your body, walk the block, have a little jig around. Again, it can take us out of that loop of that constant thinking. It can change the energies in our body quite quickly. Number three, shift your focus. Ask yourself simply, is this helpful, the way I'm thinking, or is this harmful? Own it, recognize it, bring it out there. Ask that question like you would ask a friend. Ask yourself, is this helpful? If the answer is no, it isn't helpful, then just gently try to redirect your mind to something constructive. This takes practice, but the more you practice, like anything we do, the easier it becomes. But just be gentle to yourself. If you then go back to ruminating, don't be cross with yourself. Treat yourself like you would your dearest friend. Just, okay, I tried for a minute. I'm going to see if I can try it for 2 minutes. Redirect those thoughts. The fourth step is to write it out. Journaling does not have to be fancy. It can just be getting those thoughts onto paper. And what that does, it takes it away from your head. You're externalizing it down on paper. So therefore, when you're writing it down, you're getting it out your head. It's sort of a bit like, some people call it a brain dump. You're literally dumping all that rumination, all those thoughts down on that piece of paper. It's a bit like that to-do list that we do. Once we've written it down, we can then go, all right, okay, it's down. I'm not going to forget it. So it's down on a piece of paper. And the fifth step is self-compassion. Try to be compassionate to yourself, how you would, like I said earlier, a dear friend. Would you speak to a dear friend how you speak to yourself? Watch how you're speaking to yourself. Rumination can often come from when we are being hard on ourselves. Those words like, oh God, why did you do that? Can then go to another sentence and another sentence and another sentence. And before you know it, you're just ruminating the whole situation for hours and hours and just losing time on that loop. All these steps sound simple. Actually, they're really powerful. They're a powerful way to start new habits, new way of directing your brain and your mind to a calmer place, to a safer place, rather than just going round and round and round and not getting any focus. If you are ruminating, it doesn't mean that you're broken. It means you're human. It means you're trying to cope. It means you're trying to figure out. You're trying to make sense of your experiences. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just exhausting with no end solution coming. Hopefully you can see from the steps above that there is a way that you can start gently loosening that grip you have on your life experiences, those challenges that are thrown your way. There is a different way than just going round and round and round with all those thoughts that are exhausting you, and start putting in different practices in place that can give you a bit more control. I want to put one more thing out there to you. Have a think about it. Is there just one thought that you would like to let go of? Write it in the comments, let me know, and then maybe try one of the steps above to see if you can let that go. There are so many people that are searching for things and they don't really know that they may need this. They might be struggling with similar things to you and you wasn't even fully aware of it. So share with the people that are in your world, and subscribe if you enjoyed this, because there's lots more things that I want to share. And when you subscribe, it's free and you will then be notified with any more videos that I do in the future. But thank you very much for joining me here today. I hope to see you in the next video, and I wish you a fabulous day and a great month, and see you soon. Bye.